Hello everybody, today is the letter C in our food and diet series, and C really does a lot of good business when it comes to food and drinks. In the vegetable kingdom you've got cauliflowers, cabbage, celery, carrots, cucumber, courgettes, one of my favourites, and corn. If you're going to buy corn, make sure it's not genetically modified. Carrots are well known for vision, but they're excellent if you like juicing. I sometimes buy a whole big bag of carrots and I juice up the carrots with a couple of apples and some fresh ginger. And that's a delicious juice, and you can be sure that your liver will be smiling and your heart will be smiling, your blood will be smiling. Very good for you. Fruit kingdom, cherries, which are not berries because they have a pip in them, cranberries, which we talked about yesterday, and the citrus fruits kingdom, grapefruit, orange, lemon, lime, pineapple, and so on. Carbohydrates, obviously, one of the three major macronutrients, very important to get into you. Some people say avoid them, but that's kind of crazy. There's also coconuts and coconut oil, which is great for me in Thailand. Now this is like a litre bottle of coconut oil that I get. The key thing is it's extra virgin, it's organic, it's cold pressed, non-refined. Cold pressed is the key, so it hasn't been destroyed by heat. And there's also a wonderful substance called cacao. Here's the cacao powder, which is the basis for real chocolate, and good real chocolate without tons of sugar in can be very healthy. I don't know the recipe, but cacao powder with your coconut oil and one or two other things will make a very nice homemade chocolate. Spices are represented by cinnamon, which I like, cardamom, which you add a little bit to tea. They do that in India a lot. Cumin, which is the main active ingredient of turmeric, which is becoming well known for its excellent properties and anti-cancer fighting abilities. And another one big in the Kingdom of Thailand is chillies. Now, believe it or not, so long as you don't overdo it, chillies are excellent tonic for the heart and very good for the blood. Now, that leads me on to nuts and seeds, cashew nuts, chestnuts, and a seed that you may or may not know. Most people know flax seeds, but I eat chia seeds, and they look like this. Now, they have a similar nutrient profile to flax seeds, but they don't have rancidity issues. Flax seeds can run out quite quickly, and all beneficial oils become harmful if they've become rancid. Chia seeds last much longer. And when I have my granola breakfast, I'll just get a spoonful and just chuck it on top. Chia seeds, let's focus on chia seeds for a minute. They're full of omega-3 fatty acids. They are excellent for lowering the bad kind of cholesterol. So a lot of people talk about cholesterol these days. This is an excellent food to have for lowering the baddie. Very good for the heart, good for the bones, good for the gut and digestion, and a blood sugar regulator. Chia seeds are a powerhouse, and that we could call them a superfood because it's a small. You only take a small bit, and it's full of nutrients. And it's not synthetic, it's not like a supplement, it's just a pure food that is concentrated and therefore a superfood. My other focus today is another superfood, which is this. Now that's like a powder, and in fact it's chlorella powder, Chlorella. Chlorella is a member of the algae family, and as such is very powerful for if you're not feeling well, or you're not, you think you've got too many toxins in you. It's a wonderful detoxifier. It's a probiotic, meaning that if you've taken antibiotics, which you would like to minimize or not do, but if you've taken them, they kill the good flora and bacteria in the gut. But take your chlorella, and that will it acts as a probiotic, so you'll get more good bacteria back in your gut. Chlorella is packed full of nutrients and antioxidants. We've talked about antioxidants being full of micronutrients. This particular one, chlorella, contains zinc and selenium. Zinc's quite big in the news today because more and more people are discovering that it's useful for fighting viruses, colds and flus. Chlorella has a lot of vitamin C and E and several vitamin Bs in it. So all in all, chlorella is well worth getting hold of. And if you're feeling a bit run down, or you think that you've got too many toxins in you, take a spoonful, mix it in water, hold your nose and drink. It's not the tastiest of foods. Some people will put half a teaspoonful in a shake that they're making. It'll turn your shake green, but you probably won't taste much of it. I just take it neat with some, room temperature water. Okay, that's C for us today. There are two other C's that I would like to talk about, but we'll do that tomorrow, and that is corporate made foods and drinks. And there's always a debate in health communities between cooked and raw foods, but we've done quite a lot on C today, so I'm going to talk about corporate made foods and cooked foods tomorrow, which is useful because I consider them as part of an optimum diet. So in the diet, you don't want corporate made foods, and you do want cooked foods in your diet. So we'll talk about those tomorrow when we talk about diets. Meanwhile, that's C for you. I hope to see you tomorrow with the letter D. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I'm beginning to warm to it. I'm back indoors today after 2 days in the nature, and if you wonder what that is, some of you will know, but in fact that's a Himalayan salt lamp, and that attracts pollution and gives out negative ions, and negative ions are positive for health. So very good to get in your house, not in your bedroom because it's too light for good sleep. Anyway, I shall see you tomorrow for the letter D. Goodbye for now.